It was the biggest concert in human history, and most people still don't know how close it came to disaster. On May 3rd, 2025, Lady Gaga didn't just perform, she took over Rio de Janeiro. 2.5 million fans flooded Copacabana Beach, turning the coastline into a living, breathing monster of light, sound, and euphoria. It was spectacle at an unimaginable scale, more people than entire cities, all gathered for one woman. And this story, it's one for the record books. But what if we told you that behind the screams and strobe lights, there was a bomb plot? Brazilian authorities arrested 2 suspects just days before the show, men allegedly planning a coordinated attack on LGBTQ, plus fans using homemade explosives. Gaga's team wasn't told. The public was never warned. The show went on. And the world has no idea how close it came to catastrophe. That's where we come in. Here at Fame Exposed, we don't just admire celebrity, we interrogate it. If there's a truth buried beneath the lights and glitter, we'll dig until we find it. That's the side of the story you weren't supposed to hear. So if you're here for the full story, the one Gaga's PR team won't promote, go ahead and smash that like button now. It helps us get this story in front of the people who need to hear it. Because while Gaga gave the performance of a lifetime, someone out there wanted to turn it into her last.
Hashtag PSSP.
All right, a little pop star sneak peek for you guys today. We'll start with Lady Gaga, who just broke a major record with this show in Rio de Janeiro. But look at the crowd. If you can see there, that concert helped Gaga shatter the record for the highest attended concert by a female artist ever.
Wow.
There's 2.5 million fans there. It was a free show on Rio's Copacabana Beach. The record was previously held, as you might guess, by Madonna. I mean, look at that. Madonna had 1.6 million attendees at that same venue last year. We also want to mention that the massive production did go off without a hitch after Brazilian police intervened in a planned bombing attack, they say, that had been organized all online. Everything was fine. Thank you.
From Stephanie to superstar, the rise of Gaga. Before she was a global icon, Lady Gaga was Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta, a classically trained pianist from Manhattan, born to Italian-American parents. Her childhood? Equal parts music, ambition, and bullying. Rejected by Juilliard at age 11, laughed at by classmates, mocked for being too dramatic. One teacher even told her she'd never make it in music. She dropped out of NYU's Tisch School, signed with Def Jam, then was dumped just 3 months later. Most would give up.
What?
Not Gaga. She clawed her way back by writing songs for other artists like Britney Spears and Fergie. Then, in 2008, the fame exploded with Just Dance and Poker Face. And just like that, the girl they all doubted became the monster they couldn't ignore. But was her rise pure talent or pure calculation? Gaga has admitted to studying Madonna, Bowie, Warhol, even Hitler's propaganda techniques to understand how fame works. She didn't stumble into the spotlight. She engineered it. Rio's monumental night, but why now? So why Rio, and why now? Sure, Gaga loves Brazil. But fans haven't forgotten the 2012 tour that ended early due to a severe hip injury. She left the country in pain, both physical and emotional. Behind the scenes, there were whispers of exhaustion, emotional breakdowns, even substance dependency. Could this free concert in 2025 be Gaga's way of reclaiming the stage? Some say yes. Others believe it was more strategic, a headline-grabbing opportunity backed by Rio's Todo Mundo no Rio campaign, which injected over 600 million real into the local economy. But make no mistake, the concert wasn't just big, it was theatrical insanity. The stage stretched over 1,200 meters, inspired by Greek theater and Gothic opera. Every move was choreographed with superstar director Paris Goebel, who's worked with Rihanna and J.Lo. The performance included Born This Way, Stupid Love, Rain on Me, Shallow, and new tracks from her dark and edgy album Mayhem. But while fans sang along in awe, very few knew about the bomb plot brewing in the background. The bomb plot they didn't want you to know. Just days before the show, Brazilian authorities arrested 2 men who allegedly planned a hate-fueled attack aimed at LGBTQ+ fans. According to reports, the suspects were attempting to recruit others online, encouraging attacks on what they described as a sinful event. Homemade explosives were being planned. The goal? Violence during Gaga's historic night. After all, nothing highlights a sinful event more than blowing people up, right? Hypocrites. What's shocking is that Lady Gaga's team was never informed, not until after it was all over. Authorities acted fast, security was doubled. But if they hadn't intervened, would this concert have become a massacre? And why wasn't this front-page news? Why did global coverage bury it beneath all the fireworks and fanfare? Sometimes the biggest headlines are the ones we never hear.
Despite the security risk, Lady Gaga performed the biggest show of her career and showcased the growing appetite for concerts the world over. Here's a report.
An electric atmosphere, a record-breaking crowd, and a historic performance. Because Lady Gaga has broken the record for the highest attended concert by a female artist in history. This weekend, the American pop icon performed in Brazil's Rio de Janeiro. 2.5 million people attended the concert on the famous Copacabana Beach. They were dancing, singing, waving colorful flags, and of course, passing through metal detectors. Because this electric concert almost turned into a tragedy. Brazilian police claim there was a bomb plot and they thwarted the bomb attack planned for the concert.
Desde segunda-feira,
our police and intelligence received information about a plan on digital platforms to commit a bomb attack with homemade explosives and Molotov cocktails would be used during the show of singer Lady Gaga of May 3rd.
The woman behind the persona. For all her glitter, Gaga is no stranger to pain. She's opened up about being sexually assaulted at 19, about suffering from PTSD, battling fibromyalgia, and enduring the isolating effects of stardom. Her Netflix documentary, Gaga, 5'2", revealed the breakdown behind the glamour, crying between shows, hiding pain with makeup, and questioning her own identity. She once said, "I'm not Lady Gaga anymore, I'm Stephanie again." And Stephanie hurts. Her fans, little monsters, connect with that vulnerability. That's why this wasn't just a concert. It was a homecoming, a triumph, a raw, honest moment where the scars were just as visible as the sequins. But how long can someone walk that tightrope between myth and human? Fame, rumors, and the conspiracies that won't die. Let's talk about the darker side of Gaga's legacy. The rumors and conspiracies that trail behind her like shadows. First up, Lina Morgana. She was a fellow artist who worked with Gaga early in her career. Tragically, Lina died in 2008 after falling from a rooftop. The unsettling part? After her death, Gaga's look, style, and even voice began mirroring Lina's. Coincidence? Maybe. But Lina's mother once said, "It's like she took her soul." To this day, Gaga has never publicly addressed the allegations. Then there's the Illuminati talk, Baphomet symbols, triangle hands, cryptic performances, blood rituals. In music videos and award shows, Gaga has often flirted with occult symbolism. She calls it performance art. Others call it something else entirely. Is it all just controversy for attention? Or has she tapped into something deeper, something more dangerous? You decide. And since you're still with us, hit that like button to keep this truth-based content alive on YouTube. The algorithm sure won't do it on its own. Where does she go from here? So what's next for Lady Gaga? Some say she's done with pop music. Mayhem, with its dark lyrics and anti-celebrity themes, could be her final big album before shifting permanently to acting, like she did in A Star is Born and House of Gucci. Others believe she's setting her sights on something bigger, politics. She performed at Biden's inauguration. She campaigns for mental health reform. She's become a spokesperson for LGBTQ plus rights and anti-violence efforts. Is the next transformation Senator Gaga? Too far-fetched? Tell that to President Reagan and President Trump. Others speculate she's planning a hyper-digital Las Vegas residency with holograms, AI enhancements, and 360 degrees crowd interaction. A fully immersive Gaga experience that pushes performance into the future. Whatever comes next, one thing is clear. Gaga never follows trends. She creates them. Final thoughts. Will the real Lady Gaga please stand up? Lady Gaga isn't just a performer. She's a master illusionist, a cultural shapeshifter, and a mirror for our time. She's everything fame demands and everything it destroys. But as the beach emptied that night in Rio, as 2.5 million fans went home with stars in their eyes, one question lingered. What happens when the persona outgrows the person? Is Lady Gaga still in control? Or has the fame monster finally taken over? We want to hear from you. What do you think about Gaga's rise, the bomb plot, and her future? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to Fame Exposed for more untold stories, buried scandals, and behind-the-scenes drama that mainstream media won't touch. Because around here, we expose the fame.